Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my potential transfers for Double Gameweek 35, and we're also going to go over how I'm currently getting on in Double Gameweek 34. There's a lot of stuff to cover today. If you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, an exceptional game week so far. We are up to rank 881 in the world. We're sitting on 77 points, a game week rank of 29,302 with still having 11 players left to play. It generally could not have gone better. You know, my game week 29 walked, so my free hit 34 could run. Honestly, it's obviously been very, very lucky. I was never expecting my triple palace attack to do those kind of numbers, let alone all of them doing like exceptionally well, all of them getting double-digit hauls. But you know, I just hoped for the best, and the best has arrived. So yeah, rank 881, obviously the highest we've been all season. It's not my best ever rank. I think I finished a couple years ago like 734 or something like that. But definitely beatable. Definitely beatable. We can definitely push for like a top 500, which again is so far away still, but it's a little bit more positive now. You know, I can't complain. But either way, Pickford over Henderson was a massive swing, because obviously Henderson picking up that -1 because of the own goal, and Pickford picking up 8 points, getting a bonus, getting 3 saves and the clean sheet. It's a 9-point swing. So yeah, obviously if I'd gone Henderson, I wouldn't have gone triple palace attack. So there's things like that, like minute differences that have just changed everything drastically. I mean, as a Forest fan, I'm absolutely outraged at the decisions in that game. Like, obviously, I don't think they should have put that statement up at all. I think it was very much in bad taste. But I think even if you're an Everton fan, I feel like you can surely sympathise that the VAR were just absolutely woeful in that game. Like, maybe not all 3 were penalties, but I feel like 2 of them definitely could have been. The handball was absolutely ridiculous, but that's just me as a Forest fan. And yeah, it's just one of those. Hopefully we stay up, but things like that happening, I feel like the VAR are not going to be too kind to us now, seeing as the club has basically come out and called the VAR a cheat for being a Luton fan. But either way, that's completely different to what we're talking about today. But yeah, Pickford picking up the 8 points. We had Robertson and Virgil van Dijk both picking up 2 points. Should have gone Trent. He did pick up a 9-pointer. You know, there was 3 Liverpool defenders to go for, and I picked the I picked the wrong 2. But they both started. They both got 2 points. Really unfortunate that Fulham scored that goal. If I got a double Liverpool clean sheet, would have been mad. Would have been absolutely mad. And then also Ben White picking up the 6 points as well. Eze picking up 11. Now, I did originally have Havertz on my draft, but I swapped it to Ødegaard last minute. And I don't know why. I just had an idea that maybe Ødegaard was going to do something in that game. And he did help me out earlier on in the season as well. You know, he's been very generous to me earlier on. I think before I played my like game week 8 wildcard, Ødegaard got like a massive 14-point haul for me or something like that. And I was like, you know what? He's come good for me once. Let's do it again and see what happens. And then I saw the team sheet. I saw that Havertz was playing in midfield again, so I was a little bit more confident with my decision. And then Ødegaard getting like a 90+5 goal was like really nice. So yeah, massive 9-pointer, especially because of the double Arsenal clean sheet. Like Ødegaard kind of just matched that really. A lot of people had Gabriel and Saliba, and they got 14 points. Ødegaard and White got 15 because obviously he got an extra bonus point. So yeah, all in all, it was the right decision. But either way, very happy with the Ødegaard pick. Salah being benched was not ideal. I mean, I feel like if you captained Eze or Saka or something, then you're feeling a little bit better about it. But hopefully Salah does play that Everton game. I feel like he definitely needs to play that Everton game. But yeah, the one player that I definitely shouldn't have given the armband to in the first half of this game week is the one I gave it to. Saka picking up 3 points. Again, very happy that Saka blanked, because he will actually hurt my rank. I think he's like 101.3% effective ownership, so it will hardly make a difference, but it will hurt my rank a little bit. And then Elise picking up the big 12-pointer. Elise is really low owned, so I'm very happy that he popped off. He's 1.1% owned, so absolute massive return from him there. And then Solanke picking up the 6 points. And then Mateta, wow, what an absolute legend. 16 points. He outscored my game week 29 team in one game. Absolute legend. Absolutely love him. Triple palace attack. And again, I know that it's exceptionally lucky. I'm not here saying that I completely played really well. Obviously, 50% luck, 50% planning this game literally is. And yeah, I mean, whilst the luck is high, you kind of have to ride it. And, you know, triple palace attack, whether they get nothing against Newcastle, it doesn't even matter because they've already got more than I could ever even imagined. And I mean, the bench doing bits as well, like Jose Sarr picking up 3 points, Tarkowski actually picking up 6 points. So yeah, I should have played my double Everton defense really. Senesi only picking up nothing. And then I did have Watkins on my bench, you know, just in case. But he did actually pick up 9 points, so it would have been nice to have played him instead of like Solanke or someone. But again, still got 11 fixtures left to play. I've still got Pickford, who's got Liverpool at home, Robertson and Van Dijk, who've got Everton away, White, who's got Chelsea at home, Eze and Elise, who's got Newcastle at home, Odegaard and Saka have got Chelsea at home, Salah, who's got Everton away, and I've also got Solanke with Wolves away, and the Mateta with Newcastle at home as well. So I feel like even if everybody gets like 2 points, I think we're just shy of 100. So one more return and everybody playing, and I think we do hit 100 points. I feel like we have to hit 100 points. We've got 11 players left, and we're on 77. So I feel like we kind of have to. And you know, if I do somehow pick up, you know, I mean, perfect scenario probably would be a 0-0 draw between Everton and Liverpool, because Salah's so incredibly owned that it doesn't even matter what he gets. Whereas, you know, a double clean sheet would be massive for Liverpool, and then also a clean sheet for Pickwood would be incredible as well. So we're really hoping for 0-0. I'm hoping it's a really, really cagey affair in that game. I mean, the Chelsea home fixture, I feel like Palmer will maybe score, but hopefully Odegaard and, I mean, not Saka, but hopefully Odegaard can do something. Palace attack, you know, if they can do something again, that's huge. And then obviously Solanke just keeps ticking over. But yeah, all in all, I mean, 881 in the world. I think I'm actually like 892 after like subs and stuff, but I've just put 881 because obviously it would change like every night now. Obviously there's no football tonight, but then Tuesday I've got, you know, 3 Arsenal players playing, and then I've got 8 players playing on Wednesday. Thursday is the bad one because that's the City game, but I'm really hoping Haaland's just not even in that. Foden could obviously do some damage, but if, you know, Haaland doesn't play, then we're looking really, really good, because that's one of the players that could really hurt the rank. So, yeah, obviously Wednesday's the big game with 11 players playing, but all in all, hopefully we can hit 100 points, but yeah, I mean, rank 881 is just absolutely incredible, and, you know, hopefully I can beat my personal best of, like, it's like 734 or something like that. It was a ridiculous season. It was where Lingard was popping off and Gundogan was popping off, like, every week, so we'll see what happens. You know, we could easily hit top 500 if we get something similar to how the first fixtures went, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's how I'm currently getting on in Double Game Week 34. Let's move on to Double Game Week 35, and even though 34 is going so well, 35... we've hit a bit of a speed bump. So we have a few issues that we do need to talk about and do need to kind of rectify. So we have 1 free transfer, obviously, because I've just played my free hit. We have 0.8 mil in the bank, and we have a injured Udogie out of nowhere. Gone and got an operation, and he's now out for the rest of the season. So Udogie's out, Bradley's out, Haaland is a doubt. I'm hoping Haaland will be fine for the Forest game. Well, I mean, as a Forest fan, I kind of hope he isn't. But yeah, we have 2 defenders that need to be sorted out, really. We have 1 free transfer and we have 0.8 mil in the bank. So it really kind of scuppers the plans, because I had, you know, 5 playing players for the Double Game Week 35, which was Udogie, Son, Palmer, Gusto, and Petrovic. But now that obviously Udogie's out, it does create a bit of an issue. Not like it's the worst player to lose, because Spurs' defense has been absolutely abysmal. It was just going to be a nice player to have. So as of right now, I'm obviously playing Gvardiol, Gustin, and Van Heck, because my other 2 defenders are just out. So one thing that I could do is obviously get rid of Udogie. I mean, I'll probably get rid of Udogie, because he's, I'm assuming, more likely to drop in price a bit. I don't actually know what I bought Bradley for. If I go onto the list, I bought Bradley for 4.2, and I bought Udogie for 5. So it's not like if they go down 0.1, then I'm all right. Like if they go down to 4.9 or 4.1, I lose money. So the first thing that I could do is obviously downgrade Udogie or upgrade Bradley to Dan Burn, who obviously doubles in 37, has fantastic fixtures up to 37, and just has fantastic fixtures for the remainder of the season, really. So that could be one transfer that I make. In Newcastle, I've been keeping a lot of clean sheets as well. And then this week, I just play Gusto, Burn, and Gvardiol. Van Heck first on my bench. I don't know if I'll be playing a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, because it's kind of between Solanke and Garnacho. Garnacho, who's got Burnley at home, and Solanke, who's got Brighton at home. I'll probably play Solanke just because he's a 90-minute man. He's on penalties. Whereas Garnacho, I think he did start the FA Cup. I don't know what minute he came off, but there was that whole issue with, you know, him liking that tweet and stuff, and apparently that's all sorted now. So yeah, he should be fine for the double because he was a little bit of an issue that I thought I might have, but should be all good now, especially because I think he did start the FA Cup game. So yeah, I'll probably do a 3-4-3 this week. I'll probably do Gusto, Burn, Gvardiol, Salah, Foden, Palmer, Son, and then Solanke, Haaland, and Isak. Of course, the other issue is that Gvardiol, you know, he might not even play, and if that's the case, then I'll have to play Van Heck, who's got Bournemouth away, and then that might make me want to play Garnacho, so I'm not playing a striker against a defender. So that's something that could happen. Another thing that I could do is obviously just not get Dan Burn this week, but actually bring in Porro, who I just have enough money to bring in. The only issue with that is he's got a hamstring injury, I believe, and he's not probably even going to be fit for the double. If that's the case, then I'm going to have to, if I'm going to bring in a Spurs player, it's going to be probably like Van de Ven or someone like that. And even that at 4.4, I just don't necessarily think is like crazy worth it, because the fullbacks obviously have a high ceiling because of just how forward they get. Van de Ven, you know, he did score obviously a screamer against Forest and stuff, but at the same time, it's, you know, that's not going to happen every single week. So I'm a little bit worried about owning him. Plus, his minutes are a little bit all over the place. I don't know if he's just come back from injury. I'm not really kept too much of an eye on the Spurs defense because they've been so bad. But yeah, he obviously played 90 in the last 3, but he obviously missed a few fixtures here. So I think he might have pulled up an injury with the Villa game. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I don't think his minutes are going to be that bad. Obviously, with Udogie out now, there's other options as well in that Spurs back line. I think Davies, a few people have been kind of like eyeing up, and you know, he could be an alright option. He's only 4.3. He might get a lot more minutes now because Udogie's out. There's also I can't remember who plays on the other side as well off the top of my head, but basically the fullbacks that could come in to the starting 11. Let me just quickly actually check who the other defender is. It's going to annoy me. Yeah, Emerson Royal, that's the one. So Royal would be the other player that would play instead of, you know, Udogie. I mean, if Udogie and Porro are both out, then I guess it doesn't really matter because one of Davies and Royal are probably going to be playing. I could obviously play it safe and go with Romero, who's 5.1, but I just don't really see the point of that. So yeah, I can either bring in a Spurs defender this week for the double, or I can just play Dan Burn, who probably is just going to outscore them. But the only issue is obviously Spurs also double in 37. So it's not like I'm just bringing them in for one double game week. I'm bringing them in for 2 double game weeks. So let's just say I bring Burn in this week, who's got obviously Sheffield United at home. So that's my game week 35 team. Game week 36, I would probably just roll, to be fair, because I've got a pretty nice team for 36. And then in 37, I'd have 2 free transfers, and I'd have a couple of players that I'd need to get rid of. So I'd have to get rid of Solanke, who doesn't double. I'd have to get rid of Bradley, who's obviously out and doesn't double. And I think everybody else that I have doubles. So I wouldn't have to take a hit. I would just have to get rid of Solanke and Bradley. So I'd have 12 points. Oh no, I've got Salah as well, who doesn't double. Never mind, I'd have to take a hit. So for Salah, I'd probably bring in... Can't really bring in De Bruyne because I already have 3 City players. I'd probably bring in Gordon for 30. So I'd take a hit in 37. So I'd bring Gordon in. I'd probably bring... I don't know, maybe Højlund, maybe for United. Like, that's the only real player that I could see replacing Solanke. I mean, the other option is obviously like João Pedro and stuff for Brighton, but I don't know if I would do that. So I would have to bring in, let's just say I bring in Højlund wherever he is. Højlund is there. So let's say I bring Højlund in for Solanke, and then I have still got 12.9 to bring in a defender. And I mean, that can be any defender really. Could maybe even play, yeah, probably would be a Spurs defender. I'd probably bring in, probably Porro would be, I'd assume Porro would be fit by then, so I'll probably bring Porro in as well. Because they do have Burnley at home in that double, and that's a really nice fixture to target. Plus they have Sheffield United in 38, so it makes a lot of sense to have Porro. So that would be my 37 team, where I would take a hit, bring Højlund in, bring Gordon in, bring Porro in, bench boost, and then 38 rolls around, I have 1 free transfer, and I don't really know who I would play. I would probably play maybe triple Newcastle, maybe triple Chelsea, obviously Porro's son, and obviously Haaland and Foden and stuff. I don't know who my last transfer would be. Maybe I'd bring Salah back in. He's got Wolves, so maybe I just get rid of Gordon again, bring Salah back in, who, never mind, I wouldn't have enough for that if I bring Porro in, so I wouldn't be able to do that. But I could bring in, I don't know, some different midfielder. Maybe just go for a punt or something like that, because it would be the last fixture of the season, so just have a bit of fun with it. But that's kind of the idea going up to game week 38. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, the Udogie injury is really, really annoying because it's making me take a hit basically for Porro. So I've lost 4 points for... it's just unfortunate. It's things, you know, FPL, as I say, 50% luck, 50% skill. I planned accordingly, didn't know he was going to have an operation, didn't know he was having like this issue. So yeah, it's basically costing me a -4 hit for Porro. But either way, that's kind of the transfer plan up until the end of the season. I will bring out probably a wildcard draft video tomorrow. I'll probably do team selection Wednesday. Thursday, we might do... I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I don't know how this week's going to go, because there's fixtures all this week. It's a little bit difficult to kind of make an idea about it. But anyway, that's going to be everything from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.